To the ship we go. I guess question mark doesn't mean quest. It just means point of interest is here. Augurs notice a large object among the lifeless rocks covering the planet. A void ship whose signature and origin are impossible to identify from orbit. It is resting on the edge of a deep ravine. The hull of the unidentified vessel is severely damaged, rocks around it shattered by the force of the gigantic machine's crash landing. The Augurs haven't detected any vital signs. Send a squad to explore it. The landing party reports as soon as they touch down, the colossal void ship before them is covered with spikes. It resembles a morbid beast sculpted from darkness itself, menacingly hanging over the ravine. An experienced veteran accurately determines the origin. It belongs to the Xenos race Drukari. Ready to collapse at any moment, the void ship emits a long, woeful creak. Abelard suggests finding out what Xenos were doing in the Rykard system. Anxious, Adira tells the Lord Captain that voices in her head are screaming, repeating words harbinger darkness and death. Not wanting to tempt destiny, we pull them back. Argenta eagerly says the only good Xenos is a dead one. Yeah, we know. We order more people be sent to collect any valuable findings. Being the God Emperor's chosen, the rogue trader won't go digging around in Xenos trash. Lord. Abelard is right. We need to know what they're doing here. After 2 watches of hard labor, the workers managed to stabilize the void ship. The soldiers who entered the vessel were met with the lifeless bodies of Xenos who had died when the void ship crashed. The void ship itself, following its abominable nature, came to life, immediately craving to sate its wicked appetite for human death. The vessel's systems have reacted to the intruders, and senselessly cruel, deadly traps have been activated on all decks. Of course it has. What is this thing? Is that just like propaganda, or is that like it actually wants to eat people? Oh, Warhammer boyfriend. Is this propaganda, or is this ship really hungry for my blood? Monstrous contraptions designed to mince, rip apart, and incinerate their victims took the soldiers by surprise, but were neutralized before the squad suffered significant losses. The soldiers found several curious pieces of xenotech on the sinister void ship, but no data could shed some light on why it was here. Interesting. Okay. Is that all that was here? How do I leave? How do I leave? Oh, like that. Urek 5 like exploded or something. This is the pirate ship. We already dealt with the prison planetoid. It's back here we go. To the bunker. Let's try having her in our party. She seems really powerful, even if I don't like her personally. Even if I despise her.
The world will bow.
Hello, Mr. Governor Man. Oh. That's all we can do here? Mr. Tech Priest dude. When When the tech priest notices Pascal, his eyes widen. His Vox unit immediately lets out a string of screeching binaric, a torturously long tirade in which the volume rises and falls, seemingly at random. When it's finally over, the omniscient servant bows his head in deference. Unit Quartz Crane requests permission to transfer information. The rogue trader possesses a supreme degree of power, the potential to influence the current leadership, the ability to restore order. Pascal, what was that? A detailed complaint. I recommend you consider Unit Quartz Crane's request to transfer information. Permission to transfer information granted. What do you wish to tell me? Haphazard and careless decisions on the part of the Reich and Minora's governor have led to unacceptable consequences. Communications with the Adeptus Mechanicus Sanctum has been lost. Troops must be sent to the hallowed electrodynamic. We already did that. You are the head of a rogue trader dynasty. Your position enables you to exert influence and pressure on the subjects of the Imperium. We request assistance. We already did this. I observed that this world's authorities lack diligence in the performance of their duties. This statement is true. I will discuss it with the governor. But we already went there. Like, he's like, you must dispense troops. But I was the troops. I'm trying to put stickers back on my shelf. Do you know anything about the tech priest Abel Hanuman? Unit Quartz Crane has had no previous communications with Unit Abel Hanuman. The memory sector contains other data related to this query. Various resources and data storage devices of interest have been extracted by the standing army of Reich and Minoris for preservation purposes. The command center currently hosts a cogitator that was used by Unit Abel Hanuman. Yeah, we already looked at that. I feel like we were supposed to talk to him way earlier. Yeah, that trading thing would have been useful the first time we traded. Alrighty, to you, I will give a lot of stuff. Oh, so they like some things more than they like other things. Gotcha. Well, you guys can have, like, everything. Have all of this. Wow, we're reputation 5 with them now. I'll be taking everything that you will let me have. A first aid manual. Using any medkit costs less AP. Interesting. A metronome. If the wearer did not spend MP during their turn, they get more stuff. Interesting. Soul siphon. Give me all your stuff. Nice. Alright, it says we have an ad coming, which feels really short, but maybe I just don't know anything. I want to do the cutscene and, like, get it over with. It'll let me snooze it 3 times, so let's just do the cutscene. Let's do the ending thing for here. I am ready for my triumph. Fly to the upper way. Alrighty.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Load, please. I want you to load, please. Talk to the Master of Ceremonies. Your Ladyship, peerless Lady Bon Balancius, I am the Master of Ceremonies. Everything is in place for your triumph. Let's just go. Board the prepared vehicle. Are they happy to see me? I'm gonna ride a tank. Oh wow. Here I am, on a tank, waving to everybody. Make way, make way! A small group of festively dressed people rushed to us. You chose for a group of planted adulators to approach you did I? Is this because I didn't pick anything whenever he was like, let me tell you about it? Oh boy. Among the guards in the security cordon, you recognize Camille, the young scout who led you to the command center. Aww, he smiles and salutes. And then there's the pilot of the one dude. Glory to the Bon Balancius dynasty. It isn't until you take a closer look that you realize it's the beautiful pilot that you met. The grateful citizens wish to present gifts to their redeemer. For whatever reason, you know for certain that right at this moment, the gaze of Aurora's dead, empty eye sockets is fixed upon the back of your head. A thought surfaces in your mind, not a voice inside your head, just a thought. They are all going to die, befuddled, deprived, never having seen the truth, and it's all because of you, enemy mine. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Turn around and look at Aurora's corpse. Nothing. Nothing strange. The clouds salutatory clamor. The prophet's motionless corpse. Only the air is oddly still as before a thunderstorm. I'm sensing something. Boundless, blue, golden dark. A grimace contorts Henrix's face. The interrogator lifts a hand to his temple as though struck by a sudden migraine. What? Behold! Behold! Behold the final dawn! Oh no. Oh! Goodbye, tank. Do I not get to fight? We're just gonna leave? Come on, you can do it. I take it we just left. What is this? What are these? Are they gonna blow up the sun? What are they doing? They are. They're fucking up the sun. What? 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 This is normal? People just blow up suns? Where'd all these people come from? Were we on our ship? Or did this happen while we were down here?
Your struggles are in vain.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so we do get to fight through all this. Oh boy. Where is Aurora, or whoever? And she has, like, buffing powers. The Inquisition will glass an entire planet just because demons attacked it. Okay. Buffs for everybody. And then,
Request approved. The old functions successfully terminated.
alright. Where did I put you?
A tactically sound approach.
No, get your sword back out here.
Reduced to dust.
Is this a bad person? Or is this one of our people?
I'll take care of this one.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Victory is imminent.
Alright. Shoot them. Shoot them all. Well, okay.
I'll do it.
Warn everyone to fucking move. And now, shoot them all.
As the Emperor commands, I act. In thy light I stand, and thy light reigns.
Anyone else?
Guided by faith.
Miss.
Faith, this is why I was chosen. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Who else? I love Argenta's fighting abilities. Oh my gosh.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. I refuse.
Nope, you have one more shot in you.
Doubt is for the weak.
Ah, well.
High momentum.
As Heinrich's just like, oh, well, I guess I'll just fuck off then.
I'll put my psychic abilities to
I
use.
thought that purple stuff was bad.
Let's see.
That will, like, push him over the edge, so let's...
I won't object.
Be gone.
Okay, she has... Lidless Stare. Immediately grants an ally with an extra turn. Go Argenta.
afraid.
Aw, she's too far. Well, then you go over
Emperor,
there.
Give me strength.
Go Argenta!
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Ugh, I hate her. Anyways. Can she move on this extra turn? No.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, she always misses when she's this far away.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Alright, can you do that again? No?
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, shut up.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Well, get used to it. Oh, fire starting cultist. How would you like to be on fire?
Purpose, death shall reign.
Although that is pushing our Bale degradation shit pretty far.
Destiny.
Ooh!
Reshape.
Yeah, I probably could have guessed that would happen.
What is it?
Alrighty, is there anyone else coming? Yes.
Running by Eric Override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
And where are you?
Follow my lead. At your one still a target. I will do what I took care of this one.
Oh, it's happening. Okay. The ad has started.
I will endure. Nothing escapes the Emperor's judgment.
The Emperor is on our side.
Alright, put your sword back on.
Let's see to it.
Charge that one.
For the throne undone with this.
Nice. And then I guess you just like sit there and wait.
High momentum.
Give him the
That
extra.
is
No line of
foolishness.
sight. Give her the.
Do not
no?
dare ask. Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Me? If
Go,
you
go,
insist, Lord
Argenta.
Captain.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Out.
Nice. Aw, you
As
have to
the Emperor
reload.
commands,
Reloading
I
is
act.
dumb. Alright, back to her. Oh, there's a get the fuck up button. Get the
If
fuck up.
only that were
Oh,
possible.
too far. How about now? Get the fuck up.
That is foolishness.
The officer grants an ally an extra turn with full AP and MP. There is no attack limit. Oh.
I'll show you my navigators are feared.
Indeed. Reduced to dust.
Oh no, there weren't no more targets over here. F, I wasted it. No. No. Can you charge? You can't.
I'd rather
You
not.
can't reach. Okay. How about guns? Can you shoot? You are bad at shooting. Melee attack. Dang it. Dang it. Thought you had more enemies around you, but okay. Are you all done? You just wait.
My place is at the fort.
All the enemies are over there, so like...
I will bathe this
Heinrich,
battlefield in righteous
prepare to
fury.
move out of the way.
Faith.
I need a foothold. Let's
Is that everybody? Oh, no, the cult leader. Crap. I didn't even see them over there. Okay.
I have read tomes of military tactics. I'm afraid not. If only that were possible.
Fine. Give me the fancy thing.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I hate her.
Ruin beckons.
Can I reach
won't
him?
waste my
No.
time on that.
Can never reach nobody.
I will triumph.
How about now?
A
Ha!
tribute.
Alright. Master Box. Your comm bead comes alive. Lord Tane, this is Master. Please Lucinda. What's going on? Interference. Repeat. An otherworld cacophony, which until now resembled the rumbling of distant cannons, suddenly swallows you with its full intensity, the warp energy seemingly bursting out of thin air, rushing inside your exposed mind, because I'm a psyker, like an unstoppable wave of filth. For a moment it feels like your head might explode, but then the sensation retreats, leaving in its wake a different one, that of someone's touch on your temples. Heinrich removes his hands and shakes his head as if trying to drive away whatever's assailing him. His voice trembles when he says, "A simple solution to stabilize your condition. Keep it together. Do not give in to the force trying to take hold of you." Ah, he put his hands on me. Camille runs up to you. "Your ladyship, what are your orders? We have no idea what's going on. Civilians are fleeing in panic, and we can't get through to the governor or our senior officers." "I shall fear the no darkness, for light is within me, the light of my faith in me. I shall flee before no enemy, for there is no enemy more terrible than cowardice, and I shall overpower it." Red, black, and lots of blinding white fear. The whole city's quaking. No, the whole world. Less talk, more action. What's Vidga saying, Lord Captain? Are they going to send a shuttle for us? We must move out toward the starport at once. The shuttle aren't going to find us here, even if the comlink stabilizes, which it won't. Alright, let's go to the starport. Star, be that, the star... Pinning, be observed. Disappearance of the star from... Evacuate. The comm falls silent, everyone stares at me. Yep. We're not abandoning people in distress. Everyone, come with us. Jaspar and I must get weapons, any weapons. We'll catch up with you at the starport. We might even pick up some people from the garrison or civilians along the way. We'll follow behind you, keeping a bit of a distance. We must escort the remaining civilians. Without the guards' help, they'll scatter or fall into the enemy's hands. The sense of alarm is now almost physically drilling through your temples. The fleeting little whispers at the edge of your hearing are sinister and gleeful. All we can do now is try to make it to the starport. Bad news, but not unexpected. Alright, yeah, so let's go. Okay. Why do I keep hearing squishing noises? Stop stepping in the purple shit. It's bad for you. Stop.
Embrace true power.
Don't step in the fire and don't step in the purple shit. I'm not sure why this is difficult for you. I don't remember where the starport is. It's the other direction. Great. Alright. Don't step in the purple shit. Don't step in the purple shit. Oh my gosh, we have to go all the way over here. Wow. Alright. Okay. I now know why there were no fast travel points. Do you think you had one enemy mine? You vanquished Twilight, you cut down Aurora, but she was only one of us, you hear me? That's nice, can you move? From the depths of dead stone, from his prison of cold metal, he will rise, the hour is nigh. Alright, that's nice, can you move? Can you, we're trying to go somewhere. We don't have time for this.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Alright, we're going the right direction. We need to go down.
I can sense.
Oh.
Naught but ashes.
Ah!
Demand your death.
Alright, Argenta, it is time for your favorite thing, shooting monsters and
do it.
chaos heretic things. Kill it. There you go.
Purpose guides me. I will triumph. Purpose guides me.
Ugh. Void bite. That doesn't sound good. Alright, you guys have got this.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. It will not take care of this one. At your beck and bazaar,
Oh,
for fun balances.
good.
I will not take care of this one.
Now come get this one.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
My battle is served.
Give a buff to everybody. And give him that. Do the exploity thing. Alright. Give him your fancy command. Give her a bonus round. Hell yes. Kill it.
Taught you to fight like this.
Okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
What's wrong with him? He has a... He's bleeding. He has a, I don't know what he has. Ugh, that stuff's coming.
Get me a target.
Our warp stop is real bad. Can you hit them from here?
I won't object.
No.
Naturally. I won't object to it.
High momentum.
Rejoice in battle!
Your favorite thing,
do it.
shooting beasties. Can you reach him? Can I make you run over there?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I need you to heal this guy.
Let me tend to
He's
your wounds.
real
You
bad.
have my thanks.
Oh, she's got the thing.
I am his will made manifest.
Yeah, you are.
This is why I was chosen.
Quit missing! This is supposed to be your badass
The
moment,
Emperor commands, I act.
and you're missing. Alright, well that one hit. Okay.
Ravage and conquer.
Can you see them from here?
This is beneath me.
That's a no.
I will endure.
Alright, Abelard, I need you to
A
dispatch
tactically sound approach.
this guy. And then you'll continue taking those guys out. Pascal, my darling, you are a little bit useless. But,
Cogitate.
you also can't even reach anything.
Do not dare ask.
No line
That
of
is
sight.
foolishness. If only that were possible.
Is this because she's, like, blind?
I'm afraid not.
Why can't she see shit? She can only do stuff if she's like standing next to them. That's annoying. I have a fire grenade. You wanna have the blind girl throw a fire grenade?
Isn't this a job for herself?
She was actually successful.
It's nothing.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use. For the throne's glory. The Inquisition sends their regards.
Yeah, they do.
Let's see to it.
Cleanses the body. I'll do it. You can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Although, now I made the stairs on fire. That wasn't exactly
Amidst
the smartest thing
carnage,
to do,
I find
probably.
purpose. I will what a satisfying demise.
Now we can't really reach down there. Can you see him? Yes. Good.
I need no guidance.
Alright, Abelard. You're the chosen one over here.
My place is at the fore.
Can you reach that guy? Haha!
High momentum.
Good job. Pascal, my useless beloved. I don't know what you should do.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Yeah, well, you can learn. Hmm. She can heal. No, she can't move. Okay. Nice.
Emperor's judgment.
Ooh. Now Heinrichs and that person are like... Heinrichs and her are like canoodling now.
I won't object to it.
Can you just like throw a grenade at him?
Let's see to it.
Oh. Oh, that was everybody. Yay!
Intriguing.
This is really not the time to be looting everyone. Okay, we need to go down? No, we need to go that direction. Okay, so we do need to go over here. And then up here. And just like keep going this way. And then, yep, around this little corner do.
I tread a path
Stop standing in.
explored.
Stop standing in the purple shit. It's not difficult. And then we go down the other direction. Yeah. Stay away
What
from.
advice do you seek?
My advice is that you all need to stay away from the purple shit. They are coming, one following in another's footsteps, blah 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 blah. We get it. You're a big bad nasty thing. But we are currently
Let's seize
busy.
the opportunity.
Yes, take all the stuff.
The anarchy at the starport will distress the hallowed machine spirits of the Voidcraft, rendering them deaf to all litanies of placation. The shuttle we use for the evacuation must be handled with caution.
With all due respect to your faith, Haneman, if we find a working shuttle, we will worry about restoring the machine spirit's equilibrium once we're back on board our ship.
Embrace true power.
I mean, sure, but it might not even run if you're not nice to it. That's kind of how this works. Is this where our shuttle is? This is the streets of the capital, and this is where we're trying to go, I'm assuming. Okay, so we need to go this way.
The world trembles.
Your
beneath
struggles
my
are in
feet.
vain.
I've been ambushed, yay.
Pain and beauty go hand in hand.
Girl loses 1 HP and acts like she's fucking dying.
Guided by faith.
I can't even tell who we're shooting at. Can you even reach them? No? Okay.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
I guess we will just hunker down and wait for them to get here.
Everyone, step aside. I won't object to it.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Sow the seeds of discord.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Shut the fuck up.
Let's make it quick.
Are they gonna come closer?
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Duty prevails.
Like, she can't hit him because he's behind cover. She should probably not have run out here.
Doubt is for the weak.
I guess we're just disarming traps this round.
Never doubt me. I will not.
Yeah, she can't see him. Okay. Does this give me movement points?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Hi!
I'll do it. Power resides in the will of the righteous. This is unacceptable. That is not the Emperor's will.
She can't see them? Ugh. Oh,
God Emperor,
don't
move
worry. Now you
through
can.
me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor
I love her. Okay. Is there anyone else? Anybody else want to die today? A sharpshooter. Oh. Hi.
I'll do it.
Argento looks back at the rest of us like, what? Why'd you guys not? You guys didn't want to help?
I'm restless. Pay attention.
I see it.
I better myself through my
Yes,
service.
yes. Really? It didn't, like...
Duty
Sorry.
prevails. Never doubt me.
Argenta, the one-woman, like, army here. We need to go this way.
The world will bow.
Argenta knows how to handle a heretic. She really does. Are we here? No, that was the wrong way. Wrong way. Sorry, we just went backwards. We need to go over here. No, 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 no. Stop, you were there. Stop, you were right there. Uh-oh, what did I do? A stench of Visaline and blood blankets the starport. Echoes of shouts and gunfire drift over the landing pods. You recognize Sergeant Malgar amid the crowd huddled next to the shuttles. He was the soldier who greeted. Yeah, I know who he is, thanks. A group of bloodied and frightened people is wedged between Malgar's wardens and the shuttles. You recognize them as the governor of the planet and the members of his high-ranking entourage. Their expensive attire has been torn in the fight, and many bare wounds left by bayonets. Sergeant Malgar, what's going on? His face full of twisted grimaces of anger. Our esteemed governor and his gang of cronies have been cowering behind us, and now when things get rough, they thought they could scarper and leave us here to die. We've shed our blood for him and broken our backs to provide for him, and after all this, you think that's fair, you piece of grok shit? And then he goes and smacks him. Enough, you said your piece. For generations upon generations, the nobles of this world cared for Reich and Minoris and ensured the prosperity of its inheritance. And this is your gratitude, peasant? I hate him. I hate her. I can't stand her. For killing a nobleman, you deserve to be executed where you stand. My mentor was right. The rabble truly have no honor. She'd made him his knees buckle? Madness, punishable by death. We don't have time for this. Yeah, we really don't. Another in your position could have forgotten that the Emperor protects all of his subjects, but surely not you. It's your duty to help anyone you can. Malgar, now is not the time to massacre each other. It is not the first time I have done the impossible. I will get everyone out of here, including your men. That's what I want to choose. If anyone else had said that to me, I would have laughed and spat at their feet, but you're a hero of the Imperium, am I? If even half the stories of your exploits are true, I trust you. What? You just blew up the shuttles.
You thought you had killed all
Ugh.
false believers. Trip. For I am Ulrun. I am the herald of change. Behold the final dawn, and die!
Argenta, if you would please.
I see you tremble.
The disgrace of Monarchia will be avenged.
Argenta, if you would. Dispatch this person. Look at Abelard! I don't think so. Woo! He almost killed her. And he kicked him over. Well. Alright, Argenta, it is time. Get him.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I will not
Get him again.
doubt that you, my Emperor.
Alright. And you know what to do.
I am a navigator.
Yeah, you're gonna superpower Argenta. That's your entire reason you're here.
Lord Captain.
Now, pew pew.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Is this enough momentum to push you over the edge?
Faith without deeds is worthless.
No. Alright, get the puck away,
Be
because...
careful not to cross my gaze.
Alright, everyone gets a buff. Badoo! Can you do this to them? Can you use your, Because isn't she, like, using a suit? Machine Spirit Banishment. Did that do anything? No, because I think this is not... I think she's just a person. Oh well, you tried. My turn!
Purpose guides me.
Set him ablaze. You clean up the riffraff.
No, your reckoning is due.
Farewell. If any of you somehow manage to survive, find Lord Inquisitor Calcazar and inform him what's going on. Don't be all if any of you survive.
I feel the power surging.
We're gonna be fine.
I won't object to it. Be gone.
We will be fine.
But of course,
Who else is over here? A rebel leader gunner? Way the hell up there? Ugh.
I need a foothold.
My resolve is unshaken.
Okay. Argenta, heal yourself.
Injuries will not slow me. In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
Ouch. Okay. Get him.
I'll do it. Why I was chosen. Doubt me.
Get him. I love Argenta. One woman army. Well, now we just have to kill that dude up in the corner. Alright, can you... like...
Guided by faith.
Can you tell me to get up?
If I may.
No, that doesn't help against prone. Okay. Will you stand up, please? Thank you. Now, as for the last person over here in the corner, not just one woman, she does not walk alone. She walks with whatever the religion she's a fanatic of is. It's her emperor. Her beloved emperor.
For the
There we go. Alright, we're done. Now I've seen it all, your ladyship. This traitor has fallen while we still live. Praise him for his miracle. Loot his shit. He probably got good shit. His colors were a blazing, raging crimson. Alright. Can I have a ship?
Intriguing.
Praise be to the Omnissiah for manifesting the statistical miracle and invalidating an unfavorable tactical prognosis. I love him. Yes, we will take all of the junk. I see why you favor him. The hoity-toity little princess literally exists to follow Argenta around and go, buff, buff, buff. There you go. She has the ability to, like, give, she has 2 different abilities that give someone an extra turn, and then she has an ability that if she uses it, on your next turn, you will get to do 2 things. So she literally is just there to be like, Argenta, go. Argenta, go again. Nope, nope, go again. Although I do have it on easy mode, I just want to say. So that's why the battles are really easy. Because when I had it on normal mode, we died a lot. I need a middle ground between, like, painfully easy and normal. I want, like, we're being nice to you, so you have a chance. Thanks be to the Emperor, you are alive, your ladyship. We are most gratified by your return, and the crew is full of zeal to carry out any orders you may have. Before anything else, what the hell happened to the system's sun? Lord Captain, we saw a number of ships approach the sun. Black creations of inhuman make, amalgams of sharp angles and edges. They surrounded the star, and then... My apologies, but I struggle to find words that could describe that terrible sight. The Xenos made the sun vanish into the void. The interrogator closes his eyes and grimaces. Drukari. So they can just fucking do that? Oh, Warhammer friend. Warhammer boyfriend. They can just do that? Okay. You see Abelard's expression change as if a shadow has suddenly fallen over him, as if we did not have enough troubles on our hands already. The Xenos, enemies of humanity? A breed of the Eldari? The ancient and highly advanced alien race that once dominated the galaxy. So they're not the elves. Who's the Eldari then? Their design of their ships matches descriptions. Okay. I was told that they were just elves. So the Eldari are not just elves then? Like all Xenos, the Drukari, a sadistic branch of the Eldari race that revels in piracy, violence, and torture, which allows them to feed upon the psychic residue of their victims' suffering. Oh, lovely! The Drukari are a blight on the face of the galaxy, but their technological superiority is indisputable. They abhor and fear warp sorcery, which is why they rely on creations of their twisted intellect, and many of those creations are capable of things that may seem akin to sorcery to the unenlightened eye. The theft of a sun is one example of which they are capable of. Is there any chance we could recover the star? He glances at you with weary incredulity. Are you proposing that we ask for it back? No, rogue trader, the sun is lost. We must accept that as fact and deal with the consequences. The situation calls for immediate action. We can continue this conversation later if you so wish, but right now, I believe you should assume command. What is happening on the planet? Our augur operators are reporting numerous uprisings and other manifestations of the archenemy's powers at various locations on the planet. Based on the fragments of communication picked up by our box operators, there is practically no resistance being offered by the governor's forces. Millions of people are converting to the blasphemous Final Dawn cult en masse and assembling in prayer circles. What about all the people that, like, have names that we, like, have dealt with? Did they make it off? We told them to bring everyone and we would leave with them, but it didn't really show us that. What is the current situation on board? The Navigator Sanctum is no longer empty, but the warp engine is still refusing to obey the engine seers. Without it, we cannot perform a warp jump. Pascal's voice buzzes anxiously. It may be angry, or perhaps it is lamenting the injuries it has suffered. I will immediately initiate preparations for a prayer service. If the Omnissiah grants me comprehension, I will appease the machine spirit of this vessel. Do we have any hope of retaking the planet? We really don't. I fear that Reghead Minoris is lost. This situation is deteriorating by the minute. We must leave the system as soon as possible. However, there are still people on the planet who have not succumbed to heresy and who are worthy of rescue. Besides the small number of our own shuttles, we also have the shuttles salvaged from the starport. Yeah, go get them! The dark eyes of the Sister of Battle flash. We must save as many as we can. This has all happened for a reason. Saint Argenta, whose name I carry with reverence and trepidation, is famed for saving the people of a dying world through the powers of prayer. The God Emperor himself sent a star from the heavens that lifted the saint and her followers up to the sky, away from corruption and death. We must do as she did, direct all our efforts to saving those people who at this moment looked up to the heavens in hope of salvation. Don't worry, we're gonna save them. The lives of peasants are of little value. Our prime objective is to save the holy relic, the miraculous fusion reactor, and the electro priests who guard and tend to it. Uh-oh. My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Emperor. Abelard furrows his brows. Every moment we spend in proximity to a dying world, we are putting ourselves at risk. Your life, Lord Captain, is far more valuable than all of Rykad Minoris. The von Balancius dynasty cannot be allowed to perish. Yeah. Henrik's eyes, like two deep dark pools, are resolutely fixed on you. The world is doomed, and its inhabitants along with it. The disappearance of the star was the final nudge towards death, the finale of the cult of the Final Dawn's plans. I once witnessed a similar event, a world that had surrendered to the servants of the archenemy and permitted corruption to enter too deep. At this moment, millions of people are bowing down before those who promised them salvation, and they are willingly giving over their souls to chaos, a sacrifice great enough to bring forth a demon world. A demon world?! Warhammer boyfriend. Suddenly they have your attention. Well, because so far they've always been like, ew, don't get tainted with the chaos. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but we're not. We're just gonna be here to help and then leave. And it hasn't had any consequences until now. And now they're like, demon world. Oh, okay. I don't care what they say, we're saving the people, though. Our only hope of stopping this process is to retreat to a safe distance from the planet and conduct targeted bombing of the Electro Priest Monastery. If we blow up the reactor, a thermonuclear reaction will follow. The world's oxygen will evaporate, killing off the entire biosphere. In doing this, we will save millions of souls from a fate far worse than death, and we will save Rykad Minoris from becoming an outpost of the archenemy. Oh, Pascal's not gonna like that, though. Whatever fate you choose for this world, I urge you to make haste, Lord Captain. The planet is burning in raging flashes of crimson and purple. I can see it even from orbit, as do I see that the storm is already upon us. With every moment that we waste, it grows ever more difficult and perilous to steer the ship through the warp's turbulent currents. I'm with the lady on this. Enough talking. We need to get out of here while we can. Something, yeah, bristles at the passing thought of saving people. The spike of horror you feel takes your breath away. It's as if you are planning to steal the prey of a mighty predator. The planet is already wrapped in a thread stretching out from the warp. It deserves to have a new master. Why can we not try to evacuate at least some of the people? No. Which of the planet's inhabitants can we evacuate? We're doing it. We're not shooting it. Which of the planet's inhabitants can we evacuate? The nobles you rescued at the starport have given the coordinates of shelters where we can find surviving aristocrats and their families. Fuck the aristocrats. As for Sergeant Malger's troops, they will help to control the crowds of frightened commoners and prevent the shuttles from being overloaded. Okay. Thanks to you, we have salvaged many shuttles. Okay. The God Emperor has spoken. I want to save both the nobles and the people, but it's not going to let me. My option is nobles, commoners, or the fusion reactor. Let's take the crowds, because that's going to be the most amount of people. And those are the people we looked in the face and told them we will save them. That is the pilot lady and her, boyfriend. That's the young lieutenant guy that we, have kept alive through 3 different battles, and he's still alive. We're saving him. And that's the sergeant guy who was shooting nobles in the face, which, whatever. let's try to get those people. Any delay caused by loading and transporting to the ship will cost us precious time. Do not deceive yourself. If you indulge your vanity, you will doom billions to eternal torment at the hands of the arch enemy. We can bomb them on the way out. I hate all these options. We're saving the people. You detect a flicker of something beneath Henrik's sanguine mask. Anger, bitterness, whatever it may be, it does not seep into his dispassionate voice. In that case, I consider it necessary to point out that the mark of the archenemy could infiltrate the ship along with any rescued people. Keep that in mind for the future. Consider it done. It is likely our shuttles will have capacity to evacuate more people. Okay, okay. Now we can save the nobles. Consider it done. Oh, and the fusion reactor. Let's get everything. Oh. Well, we tried. You should have listened to me, Rogue Trader. We will all have to pay for this mistake. Ugh. The bridge is in upheaval. The technomat's prayers mix together in a senseless cacophony while servitors work hastily to remove a hardened crust of sacred unguents from the warp engine's components. I saved both groups of people. Yep. And we ended up not saving the fusion reactor. Because she's like, we can't just pick up a fusion reactor and stick it on a shuttle. I don't know what you think. Yeah. Pascal's not gonna be happy. But at least we didn't bomb it. Right? This gotta count for something. Pascal, in the middle of all this, stands Pascal with a data slate clutched in his hand, seemingly disconnected from the flurry of activity around him. I guess you can't find out if he has other settings. Magos, why don't you assume control of the technomats? Surely their contribution will speed things up. They would only be a hindrance. I am searching for a way to rectify the error. Okay. Magos, act swiftly. You are right. This is my temple. Tech comrades, heed my instruction. The mayhem immediately subsides, and the crew's actions fall into some indiscernible logic. The Omnissiah's servants start working in sync, and the binaric clamor becomes a symphony of reports which the Magos coordinates like a skillful conductor. Admirably done, Pascal. Please don't hate me for not saving your reactor. The Omnissiah guides me. The prayers... What was number 2? I don't even remember. Oh, it was the stop acting like a greenhorn and do your job. The prayers of the tech priests surrounding the cogitator almost drown out the sounds of the bustling bridge behind you. Pascal, poring gently over the data slate in his hands, extends a mechadendrite toward you. Please take your place at the cogitator, Lord Captain. Alright. You don't have to tell me what to do. I'll just do whatever. Just, let's go. The huge machines in front of you is lit with dozens of vid screens and hundreds of lumens. The blinking lights and endless rush of symbols and digits on the green background make your eyes water, and a vague sense of alarm simmers in the depth of your mind. The typical reaction of a layperson when confronted with the magnitude of the Omnissiah's creation. Among the numerous controls, you see the mouth of a cyber gargoyle? The same... Oh, these are the things that take your blood and launch you. Servants of the machine god, heed my command. Acolytes, prepare the incense instrumentation for the liturgy of machine spirit propitiation. Senior technomats, recite the prayer to generate a current data report. Operations will be marked with the campanological protocol. What the hell is that word? Campanological is an adjective that means relating to campanology, the study of bells. The study of bells. Okay. Operations will be marked with the bell protocol, Omnissiah Rejoice. So we're going to ring bells. I must inform you that for the purposes of safety, complete reassembly of the warp sextant and updating of its datasmith blessings are required. If this is not done, then at launch the volume of aggregate calculation error. Just do it! Whatever you want. Oh, he's literally like, gets cut off. Oh wait, as we do not have 100 hours at our disposal, we must omit this procedure, a minor deviation from the right of operation for the sake of appeasing the spirit. Just tell me what to do, bro. Place your hand inside the throat of the Cogitator Guardian, the cyber gargoyle, which has been assigned to guard the forbidden data crypts. The dynastic blood extracted from your veins will serve as a key to the data core where the machine spirit dwells. To it we will offer our prayers, so we may bypass the protective protocol for defensive connections and launch the warp sextant. Yeah, let's do it. His voice goes quieter. The laws of the Omnissiah know no exceptions, and so in this ritual I will remain at your side to placate the wrathful machine spirit in whose abode you will be intruding. Follow my liturgies, Lord Captain, and may we receive his blessing. Okay. I trust you, sir. At the same moment, the image changes. Connecting, success, access, initialize, blah blah blah. Reach out and touch the keys. By my authority, I revoke the inviolability protocol of the warp engine. One of the Cogitator's bid screens turns red. Pascal sees this and raises his hand, signaling to the rest of the tech priests, then withdraws a connector from his sleeve and connects it to the machine. Servants of the Omnissiah, make now the offering of cleansed data crypts to the machine spirit so that it may be filled with their true and calibrated data. May the Omnissiah have mercy on our souls. In meek solemnity, the acolytes offer up the cleansed data crypts to the warp engine one after another, repeating prayers of exaltation. After anointing the contacts with sacred unguents, Pascal inserts them in the cogitator slots. Your head begins to spin from the holy censer's foul-smelling clouds of smoke and from the loss of blood that the cyber gargoyle continues to drink from you, and the world swims before your eyes. Let this mechanism awaken in renewed purity. Pascal enters a sequence of commands and raises his head, watching the bid screen. Suddenly he stops dead! No! His fingers fly over the command runes, entering command after command. His mechadendrites, clicking their pincers, pull at one lever after another. The bid screens fill with strings of symbols, completely incomprehensible to you. Say nothing and do not interfere. After a few seconds, one of the data crypts mounted on the cogitator begins to emit sparks. A moment later, another data crypt does the same. The next bursts into flame and gives off foul-smelling smoke. Around you, the Omnissiah's servants break off from their prayers, and someone bursts into frantic pleading. Oh no! Pascal mournfully grates out. The massive errors in the warp sextant's calculations is destroying the data repositories. The offering did not appease the ship's spirit. The warp engine cannot be filled with the motive force. We are trapped. A moment later, he continues uncertainly. Perhaps an alternative Ryzen protocol or an emergency launch or of the auxiliary coils? He's trying. While the other bid screens are filled with more and more strings of symbols, the monitor in front of you blinks and its static image changes. Pascal is too engrossed in his ritual to notice. Read the information. Stab true, stab false, something query. Oh dear. Hey Newman! Fix it! Lord Captain, distorted transmissions from the data core, most likely. The residual cognitive functions of the built-in servitors. Omnissiah shield us from machine ghosts. Machine spirit, can you hear me? It creaks quietly in its joints, a sound that is drowned out by all the hymns and tapping. Injury rescue query. Machine spirit. Rescue? Yes, rescue us. Lord Captain, the excess emotion in your command will render it unintelligible to... His next vocalization goes unsynthesized as he sees the bid screen begin to stabilize one after another. The strings frenetically galloping across the green background are replaced with stable images or regularly updating status reports. Only one monitor remains inexplicably red. His voice crackles in shock, but his report is as clipped and clinical as ever. Registering. Warp sextant activated. Registering. Data stream stabilizing. 0 data errors found. The warp engine is ready for translation. After a pause, he adds, I am also reporting evidence indicating a Category 3 miracle fulfilling the criterion, thou shalt witness the mechanism that toils in glorification of its function and in defiance of deactivation. Lord Captain, Raber here. The crew are almost finished carrying out the orders given earlier, and I've just received confirmation from the engineering halls. I don't know what you did, but the warp engine's up and raring to go. We're ready to begin the translation to warp, your ladyship. Yep, let's go. We can talk about what happened later. Waiting for you to ascend my stupid throne. Okay, let's go. To the stupid throne we go. They made the sun purple. We need to get the fuck out of here. LETSGO, let's go, let's go. LETSGO, let's go, let's go. Come on. Can the blinds drop any faster? It was one of the cheerleading things that we did at my school, in high school. LETSGO, let's go, let's go. LETSGO, let's go.
The Von Valancia's flagship made its way out of the doomed star system. As the void shift plunged deeper into the Corona's expanse, the rogue trader's subjects bid a formal farewell to the late head of the dynasty, Theodora von Valancius. Having paid their last respects, the crew gathered their strength and braced themselves for whatever was to come next.
So they choose to make a cutscene telling us they had a funeral instead of telling us, like, did we make it out? Is it a demon world now? Did the people make it? Lord Captain, allow me to report. Our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Lady Navigator or Celio informs us that we have reached the point where we can translate to real space in the Furibunda system. The Lady Navigator and her pilots are awaiting your permission to begin the process. The Furibunda system is home to Footfall, the only Imperium outpost with a functioning wharf in the Coronis expanse. The tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machines worn down by the warp, and to allow the servants of the Omnissiah to inspect and heal the void ship's wounds in the dock. The prayers and rituals will take some time, which our astropathic choir will use to establish a connection with the prime worlds of your protectorate. Our astropathic choir. Okay. Master Zachary Wise has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Immaterium. The Liege of Footfall has humbly requested an audience with the rogue trader. According to Master Zachary, the message was tinted with shades of pleading. I quote, apparently the Liege is anxious to meet as soon as possible. Footfall, the place where filth and sanctity go hand in hand. Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso will most likely expect a visit from me. I imagine he will be interested in talking to you as well. Everyone, give me your personal quests. Line them up. You submit them to me now. I will be leaving your void ship when we arrive on Football. Once that is done, consider the Lord Inquisitor's task complete. Your ladyship, young Yvain Winterscale, has asked me to convey his gratitude for your hospitality and for saving him. Not wishing to outstay his welcome, he plans to disembark. Yep, bye. I hereby inform the rogue trader that during a comprehensive system inspection rite, this unit discovered data clusters within the captain's cogitator that are concealed from prying eyes by means of a personal cipher and a sacrament of algorithmic authorization. Unit Jaylee von Balancius has been added to the access list and assigned the identifier Keeper 2. The unit can access the data from the captain's cogitator, provided she possesses the decryption key. You detect a hint of something resembling curiosity. Are you leaving us, Heinrichs? The arrangement between the Lord Inquisitor and your predecessor was that I be transported to Footfall and no further. I dare not take advantage of your generosity and patience any more than I already have. Please stay. I really like your abilities. Thank you for the offer, but I must decline. I am afraid my duty to the Golden Throne comes before everything else. Alright, bye. Abelard, what's with the Liege of Football? What the hell? Vladame Tokera is a very peculiar young man. Consider your upcoming conversation a baptism of fire in Footfall's political arena. Such things are not spoken out loud, but Liege Tokara is the appointee of the Kazbalika mission, the largest robber baron crime syndicate in the Calixis sector. Cool. Wonderful. They specialize in the cold trade. The buying and selling of all kinds of Xenos rubbish. Well, we have some Xenos rubbish we can sell them. Footfall was previously run by a liege who did business with several criminal factions at once, and he suffered an accident, quote unquote. The reins of power were picked up by Vladame Tokera, whose appointment benefits not only the Kazbalika, but also their most powerful ally in the Coronis Expanse, rogue trader Caligos Winterscale. Of course, my business rival is in league with criminals. Vladame, that's a terrible name. Vladame is a slippery yet very cautious fellow. He does not usually beat around the bush and does not play mind games. Perhaps more importantly, he is no fool. Fools do not rise this high in the Kazbalikan hierarchy. Keep all this in mind. You are a rogue trader. You stand above him in status and wield considerable power. Having said that, history has seen cases where the Kazbalikan barons crossed swords with rogue traders and emerged victorious. Do not forget that and remain vigilant. The Kazbalika, vile tech thieves. Pascal Fox barks out the last word like a profanity. Alright, well, why does this guy want to see me so badly? Not you personally. He wishes to meet with the rogue trader of the von Balancius dynasty. Tokera does not know about Lady Theodore's death and is simply seeking an audience with the powers that be. My gut is telling me that something must be very wrong on Footfall if our astropath managed to read such strong emotion in such an anodyne message. We have no information, Lord Captain. The broadcast from the Football Astropathic Choir was the only missive Mastery Zachary has received lately. Right? What do I need to know about Footfall? It is the largest port and the trading capital of the Coronis Expanse. It is a dockyard that will allow us to inspect and repair the void ship, and it boasts its own astropathic choir, the Coronis Expanse Communications Nexus. I like the idea of having to relay messages through a choir, but I like any time that singing or music is used as a form of magic or technology. I find that fascinating. Not to mention pirate hideouts, smuggler caches, and forts belonging to a dozen gangs, groups, and factions. In the Coronis Expanse, the Imperium relies on this as an outpost. The fringes of humanity's domain rarely resemble its central worlds, but so long as Footfall serves the God Emperor, insofar as it can, it will be considered a citadel of the Imperium. Although I have heard that the tithes it sends are underwhelming, to say the least. Due to Footfall's remoteness, it has developed its own rules and customs. Many of the goods that can be procured there would be considered heresy in the heart of the Imperium, enough to warrant summary execution. Moreover, Footfall is the domain of the rogue traders who transcend certain Imperial laws by virtue of the warrant they bear. Okay. Well, what happens after Footfall? As soon as you resolve the issues plaguing the ship and establish contact with the key worlds of your protectorate, the time will come for your Magna Accessio, the official ceremony of donning the mantle of the Rogue Trader. It is mostly a formality at this point. You already possess all the privileges granted by the warrant, and yet it is a major milestone in your personal hierarchy. History. The moment your name graces the list of heads of the Von Valancius dynasty. We are all looking forward to that day, Lord Captain. Alright, and what's with this reverend who wants to talk to me? He's the head of the Jerusian mission on Footfall and one of the most prominent clergymen in the sector. Paying him a visit is a good thing for any loyal servant of the Emperor to do. I assisted his mission before I joined Lady Theodora on her voyage. I needed his blessing to accompany the new rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. If you wish to have me aboard your ship, I request that we meet with him. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's get out of warp space. Alright. One more thing. Great. No one at the station knows about Lady Theodora's demise, and you inheriting the title Liege Takara will be informed. Hi, Queenie! Will be informed. It is required so we can use the dock, and besides, he is expecting a personal audience with the rogue trader. Yeah, okay. Let's arrive incognito. Make sure you hydrate, stretch, and take breaks. I just took a break to get food. We just finished a major part of the story, and so I'm gonna go talk to all the companions, and usually their lines are fully narrated, so they'll be yapping and I'll be eating.
You have my complete attention.
Except he has nothing to say to me. Fine. Bad example. Argenta,
Greetings.
what is it that's keeping you here?
The ship was targeted by heretics, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary, but for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
I enjoy you, and I hope you remain and the ship becomes your home.
Those are very courteous words, Rogue Trader. Thank you, both for your words and your hospitality.
Tell me about your Adepta Sororitas.
Gladly. There are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. I beg your pardon, Rogue Trader. Here I am talking about what every lesser noble in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing about? Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. We guard them, preserve them, escort them when they are brought onto the battlefield or presented for pilgrims to venerate. And we seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics nor the most wicked death world can deter Sisters Pronatus when their goal is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful.
So she is not only a battle nun, but she is an Indiana Jones battle nun. Games Workshop firmly held on to the philosophy of women are icky and begrudgingly made the Sisters of Battle and Sisters of Silence because everyone was yelling at them. Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah. Honestly, that is one of the big barriers towards me becoming a Warhammer person, is it's just so many men. Like, some of the races, like orcs, are just completely men, and while the lore that they made up to explain why they are only men makes sense, it is still lore they use to justify why they didn't want to make men. And honestly, it makes sense that when they started, they didn't want to have to make, because it's, you know, like, they're making all these plastic minis. It is more expensive to make 2 kinds of plastic minis for every, you know, type than it is to make 1. Like, I get it. But, like, especially since so many of them are just wearing suits, they could just be like, there's women in those suits. You just, you know, some of them, you can't tell. They're just suits. Some of them have men, some of them have women. They could have done that. The first Warhammer novel was erotica. Do go on, Queenie.
Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant train sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless. Both the solace-bringing Sisters Hospitaller and the enlightened Sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their dialogue with heretics is usually quite short, with the last word being a bolter discharge.
I don't know who any of those people are, but that is amazing. Yeah, apparently, there are rumors floating around on the internet that, no, he somehow fucks a gene stealer the first time. It's not clear how. The second time, it has grown a fake Gussie! He's an Inquisitor too, but don't worry about that. He was, you know, interrogating them. Yes. Clearly it enjoyed itself the first time and was like, you know what would make this easier is if I, grew some pieces that were useful for this new, hobby I've acquired. Also, if you guys haven't already, you should follow Queenie, because she's way funnier than I am. Actually, if your pronoun, if you use, like, we as your pronoun, is it they, then? Should it be they? A collection of she's? I don't know. Oh no, the entire party had the hots for Melendi. One thing led to another, and he slipped and fell into such a piece. Oh no, I slipped. Whoopsie. I slipped dick out. But they didn't want to fuck the Eldar enhanced human. No, they wanted to fuck the gene stealer. I mean, as someone who reads a lot of monster fucker fiction, I just, you know. Yeah, some people, you know, you just, that as long as they were down there, they figured they may as well get some cardio in. I go by she, they for that exact reason. Many of us are she, her, or she, they. Alright. I will use either she or they depending on what comes out of my mouth at the time. But yes, if you guys are not following Queenie, Queenie is funnier than I am, and you will have a great time over there.
And my order has all the more reason to be known for the martial prowess of its sisters. We are the keepers of the Imperium's relics. What would become of our blessed hero's legacy if the Sisters Pronatus could not protect it?
She is a bamf. Basically, whenever we do combat, I have a character that can buff people and give them extra turns. That character's job is to stand next to Argenta and just feed her buffs, and then Argenta just murders everyone. That's basically the whole point of combat in this game. It's like, rah, heretics, and I'm like, Argenta, after you. They say the Adeptus Sororitas are the fiercest in their faith among the warriors of the Imperium. Is that true? Do we need to ask? We've been with her for a while. We don't need to... I hate the character that gives buffs. She's a spoiled little princess. And whenever you give her orders, she's like, ah, I'm not a servitor. You know what? That's how I should start narrating her voice from now on. We have stumbled upon one of Queenie's special interests. I have a feeling that Queenie came into this chat because they were just, you know, glancing at the list of people that are online and streaming, saw Warhammer, and just, like, bolted here immediately and started typing furiously. Warhammer! Warhammer! Oh! And for the Sisters of Battle, they're battle nuns whose faith reincarnates a literal god to join them in combat. If you ever hurt one of them, they will hunt you to the end of the universe and torture you for centuries to make you repay your blood debt. Nuns with guns. I have yet to see any, literal gods joining her in combat. She is the god of combat. Originally, I just saw you were on and wanted to lurk. Aww. I was literally on a stream 2 weeks ago doing an intro. Yeah, I was there. I was there. And I started, I just kept bringing up orcs because at the time that was the only Warhammer lore that I knew. And I think I was annoying the other person that you were, like, collabing with. Like, you were playing RimWorld and then it was, like, I think it was some guy was, like, just sitting there, like, talking. And they were very, passionate about, like, the human side of things, and I just kept being like, and then orcs, and then they're like, yeah, okay, orcs, yeah, you know, that exists. But anyways, back to the Imperium, and I'm like, no, orcs. A big 401! PowerPoint presentation time. Alright, tell me about your fierce faith, Argenta.
It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe. We bring his wrath to heretics, mutants, and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed. Sometimes with words, more often than not with a bolter. Even the novices of the Adeptus Sororitas are drawn from among the most worthy. Those who have taken the vows and become a full-fledged sister are the best of the best, tested by trials of body and spirit. Yes, there have been cases when a sister stumbled or showed weakness, but do not expect to hear a story of depravity or downfall from me. Each such occurrence is a great tragedy for us all. Light cannot bear the smallest speck of darkness within. And thus those who have trespassed or shown weakness of spirit are given a chance at redemption. They are called Sisters Repentia, and may the enemy tremble before her, for nothing can stop a Sister of Battle who yearns to be cleansed of faults and weakness. Wearing nothing but robes, no armor, eviscerator in hand, those sisters who have once faltered find repentance on the battlefield. Their lives are seldom long, but a death in the name of purgation is a better fate than to live with a shadow in one's soul.
They are so metal. Like, they go so hard. Warhammer 40k is the most ridiculous stuff you've ever seen. Oh, and by the way, your Sister of Battle is more powerful than any Space Marine and is just a regular bog standard Imperial citizen. She is pretty amazing. I don't like her character personality that much. Like, she's okay. But I feel like with her and with, is her name Adiris, the Psyker girl, they really wrote them as being extremely one-note. It's like, Argenta is here to be, like, the super faithful, praise the Emperor one, and Adira is here to be the, like, borderline heretical psyker, and they basically are just there to, like, to like complain about each other and represent the two sides of that. Like, they don't really get to have their own personality. Just a really angry nun in over-engineered combat armor. Yup. You said you belong to the Calixian branch of your order. What brought you here?
The Order sent me to Footfall. My undertaking was to assist the local priesthood of Drusians in caring for a sacred reliquary that had been there since the time of Pastor Mr. Wayne, the station's founder.
Okay. Are there any other members of your sorority in the Coronis Expanse?
None that I'm aware of, but the Sisterhood's orders are many, and can operate independently of one another, sending their sisters wherever their presence is needed as deemed by the Ecclesiarchy. Perhaps somewhere in the Lord Inquisitor's retinue, may his path be blessed, my sisters perform their duty as we speak. I wish it were so. Even a single evening spent in joint prayer and training would bring me joy. Should any more arise, keeping them to yourself would be imprudent. It is a virtue to take an interest in holiness.
Their kisses are with bolters, and their telling is loud sermons accompanied by orbital bombardment. You know, that sounds like a lot of, Berylligance's characters. Since Berylligance likes to be very, lights will be done. I guess if you are, if you're part of a bunch of battle nuns, you can't really have it. Like, if your whole thing is being a fanatic zealot, there isn't a lot of room for, like, developing personality and storylines outside of that, because, like, their whole hallmark is just blind devotion. So, the amount of Yuri because of their culture is actually impressive. Alright, Heinrich doesn't want to talk to us. Pascal, can we talk about the miracle I performed earlier, or that he performed earlier? No, there's nothing here to talk about that. I'm sad I can't date him. Queenie, I am distraught that I can't date Pascal.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Have you played this game? A lot of Warhammer's characters are just devout zealots. It's consistent but very boring. Yeah. No! I love him!
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Let me fuck the robot. He is not a robot. If anything, he's a cyborg. He showed us, he lifted up his robes and showed us his sacred stigmata. We got to see some of his squishy bits. That was the thing that happened. Random worker, I'm trying to have a moment. Can you go away? Will you shoot? Oh, let me fuck the robot. Yeah. I wonder if we can get him to do it again.
The Omnissiah knows all,
Become half toaster.
comprehends all.
Yeah, I have heard a lot about the it's a toaster meme, like fucking a toaster. You know who we haven't talked to in a long while? Abelard.
Lord Captain,
Let's talk about things that may be useful to me as the rogue trader.
a noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
Oh yeah, the guy who betrayed us. What's up with that?
You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight.
There's a machine spirit inside my ass, and it needs your sacred stigmata to appease it. Queenie!
We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the von Valancius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps. This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly, and if you permit, in my own words. The Coronis Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels. Until recently, the Coronis Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Coronis Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier. In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronis Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them.
We've never heard of Bastal Chorda. Alright, my food is done. If you actually just flew around the Eye of Terror? The hell is the Eye of Terror? That does not sound like a place we need to go.
If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbalaka Mission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall, and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces, and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse.
Cool.
As you wish, Lord Captain. Lord Captain.
Don't worry. Once we get through the story, I will start writing Pascal fanfiction. I already have ideas, but I want to make sure it's all, you know, accurate to the storyline. Excuse me. Furabundus is a terrible name for a star, I just want to point out. Or a star system, or whatever this is. Furabundus. Lord Captain! I'm getting reports of several ships moving toward us. Judging by the fact they're not responding to our hails, and the telemetry shows a trail of macro batteries. What's a macro battery? They are not here for a chinwag. Ready to issue orders to prepare for battle at your command. Oh, is this my first introduction to interspace combat? Where did they come from? The rubbish of Furabundus. And I'm not talking about these wrecks that are about to open fire. I mean the remains of meteorites, gas clouds, refuse from the shipyards. It all bunches together, and the smaller ships hide behind it to harass ships as they emerge from the warp. I see. Alright, let's do it. It's time for our tutorial in how to fight in space.
This void ship will not be defeated.
Oh, so it's just like normal combat. Well, I guess not. The combat is separated into 3 zones marked by different degrees of brightness. The acceleration zone, the mid-movement zone, and the end zone. Okay. You can only end your turn once your ship has traversed the minimum required distance. Okay. And then we do things. Okay. That's our ship's name? Redemption Inexorable. Alright. So...
Steer us to our target.
if we shoot... Okay. Thank you. Thank you. If we shoot out our right side... Oh, it just goes like in a line. This one can reach.
Unleash our wrath upon my enemies.
Okay. I see. They do not recover. They can be restored using restart shields. Okay. The zone Pascal has you in! The friend zone! So, if you go... Oh dear. Let's see what's going on. The Space Elves had giant murder orgies. I don't know why it won't let me, like, stay on that side of the screen. Had giant murder orders. Yeah, I know that part. They were, like, eternal, and they, like, did all this stuff, so they actually created a god of excess. Birth the god of excess swallowed a lot of space into the Eye of Terror. So, like, a black hole-ish thing made when a god was born. So, if you go near it, they'll bring you in, and everyone will get corrupted by the psychic influence. You'll die horribly, but the Mechanicus aren't immune to chaos, so... Cons, you'll die in the most horrific fashion. So basically, if you go near it, everyone just gets horny and, like, has a wild orgy, and then they die. I mean, that's a way to go. Like, if you're gonna go. It's more a rift in reality full of demons and nightmarish hell. Alright, so that's definitely not a place we're going. The zone Pascal as you win, the friend zone. I tried to hit on Abelard too, and he was just kind of like blustering and being like, my lady, I will not have any impure thoughts. Or what did he call it? He called it inappropriate feelings. Or unsanctioned relations. And I was like, alright. So far, Heinrich is the only one that we can date. Actually, The really annoying princess chick, Cassia, also is an option, but like, literally just fuck her. Not in the good way.
Let the Empyrean guide us.
Thank you for stopping by and lurking.
Eviscerate them.
Oh! Ooh! So we do not want to be near a thing when it's exploding. Gotcha. Oh, they have abilities. Torpedo control. Oh, okay. How do I... yeah. You licentious lowler? And no, don't stand near exploding things.
Steer us to our target.
Okay, so while we're swinging past this guy...
Let destruction pour forth.
Oh, it's trying to emergency warp out of here. Bro, you started this fight.
Macro cannons. Annihilate them.
Yay!
Superiority was obvious.
We won the tutorial battle, guys. Okay, so this is Footfall. We should do as much as we can before we get there so that we can, Dead World. That does not sound like a good thing. Because Heinrich is leaving us once we get to Footfall. Okay. Literally not here. Nothing here. Gotcha. Lord Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A box recording is stating that the priesthood of the Alter Templum Calixus X-17 sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the laity and are refusing access to guests on the basis of the Adeptus Mechanicus's privilege of inviolability, granting them sole jurisdiction over their sacred sites. Okay. That's fine. You can just do whatever you want. Okie dokie, now that I'm sure you won't immediately burst into flames, I can run to the store and do things. Yes! You can always run to the store and do things. You never have to like stick around and be here. But I am very happy when you do. Ugh. Screw Cassia. She is the worst. Categorically the worst. Bye! Lord Captain, we have the flagship Drusus Blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They are requesting a direct box channel. Chartist Captain Austerius Thorfast. What a name. Greetings, Lord Captain. I am honored to speak with the rogue traitor of House Bonbalancius. May your name be known through the ages. Chartist Captain Austerius Thorfast, bearer of a free charter of the merchant fleet. How can I be of service? What you doing here? We develop supply routes for chartists. You see, my ship is a representative of the merchant fleet in this part of Imperium territory, yet we do not have a fixed charter-defined trade route. Our mission is to establish business contacts with voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs and those who are interested in specialized goods. Sure, let's look at your stuff. Oh! He is selling stuff for my ship. Nice, nice. He wants void trophies. All he wants are trophies. think we have any. Oh, we have Boyd pirate trophies. Here you go. That's not even enough to give us a little bit. Damn. Okay. Well, then let's see our ship, because we got all this stuff now. Bum, 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 bum. We already have these. You have a stronger engine. Better ship stuff. Glimmer pattern void shield away. The amount is doubled against enemy blast attacks. Sure. If we don't like it, we can always change it back. Okay. So it looks like we can't really do anything except go to football, which, fine. Your ladyship, something sinister is unfolding among the survivors from Ricad Minoris. Great. There have already been several cases of evacuated refugees being found either dead or dying. All of them have been blinded using various means. Great. I fear there is reason to believe that there were agents of the cult among the people who came on board. Of course there were. I knew this anathema would not fully release its hold on those doleful souls just yet. There, let us march and drive it away. How are these people quartered? How are they supervised? The serfs and the planetary wardens were assigned to 2 auxiliary lower decks. The commoners are riled up and frightened by the calamity, so to keep their senselessness in check, we only assign those of sound mind to work and pump sedative gas through the ventilation into the compartments holding the rest. Wow, okay. The esteemed nobles and their families were given quarters befitting their status. The horrors of the massacre in the streets are still fresh in their minds, so initially they made regular trips to the lower decks to take out their fears and anger on serfs from our own crew. Really? It would have been disrespectful to confine the nobles to their compartments, so we used shackles of a different sort by generously supplying them with amasec and intoxicants. I don't know what amasec is. I need to know more about the killings. 11 bodies have been found thus far. The first victim had their eyes burned out with a gas torch. The second had acid splashed in their face. The third was found wandering around on their last legs and with metal pins sticking out of their eye sockets. Good God. They died before we could interrogate them. The rest were killed and disfigured in similar ways through blinding. No trace of the killer's identity was found. Lovely. Alright, time to interrogate. If I may interject, there is no need. The interrogations have already been conducted. I put the enforcers on alert as soon as the first body was discovered, though I decided not to disturb your ladyship until I had the results. Well, now I do. We have already arrested, let's see, 4 perpetrators at the scenes of crimes that had yet to take place. Those are not murders. Those are suicides. The people we apprehended were about to blind themselves and end their own lives. I am confident that all who perished did the same. When questioned, they all said the same thing. They are haunted by the sight of the dying Rykad Minoris. Even in their sleep, they still see the same horrific picture, so the sad wretches would do anything to make the nightmares stop. Great. Perform cleansing liturgies on the decks housing the refugees. We shall banish this blight with the strength of our faith. Certainly, Lord Captain, except I am afraid it is not just the refugees. 3 out of the 4 people we arrested were members of the crew. They watched Rika and Minoris die, and it left their minds scarred. We all bear the mark of that dark catastrophe, for it was the attention of the ruinous powers that branded our very souls. May the God Emperor have mercy on us. You were warned, your ladyship. It is regrettable that you did not listen. Hemp! We had to give them a chance, buddy. We had to try.